The very first one in this list is called Creator Dashboard. It's 100% free and you do not need to create an account to use it. This extension turns your boring new tab into a browser-based command center for YouTube. You can fully customize what it looks like through wallpapers and mode settings to match your vibe. You can use it to manage your upcoming content. You can change the progress of your planned videos to keep track of where you're at in the process and to even set deadlines to hold yourself accountable. There's a to-do list. You can monitor the uploads of up to 18 YouTube channels. When you're on YouTube and you go to the videos tab of any YouTube channel, you can see data on what they're publishing. For example, if I run this on the Driven Podcast channel, which is an excellent podcast for YouTubers, by the way, I'll link it down in the video description, we can see the upload cadence, outliers, and other information about the last 90 days of this channel at a glance. Here's what a channel that's publishing a lot looks like, and you can see how easy it is to see the videos that have done well on this channel. You can also see the top 10 videos of the last 90 days, and you can also see the days of the week that they upload, which is pretty cool. On video watch pages, you have more info on the video itself, and if you're an Opus Clip user, you can use this to quickly send your content over there for clipping. Back in the dashboard, there's a feed for YouTube news and educational content to keep you up to date with everything, quick links to different parts of your YouTube channel so you can work quickly, and even a dock for quick links where you can have it out of view or you can embed it right into the dashboard to quickly jump to any website that you want. You can add custom links to this too. I'm building this one out for YouTubers, so if you have any features that you would like to see as a part of this, go ahead and put them down in the comments. The downside of this extension is it comes with a little bit of a technical setup because the way it's free is that you can use your own API key. If you don't know what an API key is, don't worry. There's a tutorial when you set it up. It takes about 2 minutes or so to set it up and you only have to do it once. But it is a little technical, just so you know. This next one is called New Studio. Just like Creator Dashboard, it's free and you do not have to have an account to use it. New Studio allows you to fully customize your YouTube Studio dashboard. For example, if you don't want to see brand deal opportunities, the Creator Insider videos, or anything else, simply turn them off. They also have an interesting feature that's more targeted towards shorts creators. It allows you to see engaged real-time views instead of just views, which I think is a nice touch. If you have more than one YouTube channel, you can also use this across your channels because you don't have to set up an account for it. The downsides of this one, I personally don't like that their logo takes over the YouTube logo. I think it's a little bit intrusive. It also took me a little bit to figure out how to disable the big blue Discord button at the top, but if you find yourself in that situation, you can do it by clicking on the icon up in the address bar and going into the settings. Other than those minor things, which is really only one thing because I figured out how to turn the blue button off, this one is a must-have if you want that control over your YouTube Studio page. Next, we have Simple Color Picker, which is also free. So have you ever been on YouTube and you see a thumbnail and you're like, wow, I really love the colors of that thumbnail. I would really like to use that. And in order to use that color, you have to screenshot it, drop it into Canva or Photoshop or whatever it is that you're using to make thumbnails, and then sample the color. This fixes all that. Once the extension's installed, all you have to do is click the extension, click the pick a color button, sample the color. From there, if you click on a color in this panel, it automatically copies it to your clipboard. Honestly, this is such a simple one-task tool that I don't have any complaints at all about this one. The next extension is called Tab Stacks, and it's also free, and this one is a tab group workflow launcher. I made this one to solve a simple problem that I have, and it ended up being way more useful than I anticipated. So the problem is, when I go over to our live studio every Saturday for our Saturday live stream, I have to set up all of these different browser tabs for the live stream because I don't use a Stream Deck over there. It was just a pain and it took a while to get everything set up. Now with this extension, I can set everything up within 2 or 3 clicks. How it works is once it's installed and set up, you open the Tab Stacks extension and you launch the workflow that you want. It has a light mode and dark mode, and you can export your stacks to share with your team or to use it to sync up with other computers. It's really easy to set up a stack or a launch group if you'd prefer to call it that. All you have to do is you give the stack a name. This is how it's identified in the pop-up next to the address bar. And then there you give each stack a title. This is really helpful for different tab groups, especially if you're going to be dragging things around to multiple monitors. You choose a color for your stack, and then you put in however many links are going to be applied to that particular stack. From there, you can edit these anytime that you want to. And to launch it, you just click on the icon up next to the address bar, click on whichever workflow you prefer, and Tab Stacks will get you sorted in seconds. Different ways to use this. I personally use it for my vibe coding workflow, for my YouTube live streaming workflow, and to check into my communities on a regular basis. I just hit the button, it opens up all my communities, and I can quickly jump into each one of those to see what's going on. The downsides of this I didn't build browser sync into this extension. So because of that, if you are going to be using this on multiple computers, you need to use the import export feature in order to transfer the information if you don't want to set it up again on the other machine. So it's really easy, but it does take a little bit more extra work if you're going to be doing this on multiple computers. I personally find that annoying, and I plan to fix it in the future. Next up is Dark Reader. If you have any video monitors around you when you're recording videos or you're live streaming, you might find that those monitors will put some type of glare into your glasses. Or if you don't wear glasses, you might find that having those pages open changes how the light is actually hitting your face, because in addition to the regular light that you use, you might have glare from those monitors because of all the white on the screen lighting you up in ways that, it's just a little bit different than you had anticipated. Dark Reader can fix those problems for you. The downside of this, I was gonna say the dark side, is that it can make images look weird because it messes with the color. The settings are a little janky, but I'm probably just being picky about that. Overall, it's solid. As a bonus, when it comes to dark mode extensions, because Dark Reader can be pretty dark, there's another one specifically for Google Docs. If you use that just kind of grays everything down, but it leaves the middle of it white. That one is called Google Docs Dark Mode, and it's a great solution if Dark Mode Reader ends up being a little bit too intense and too dark for you. Next, we have the Lofi Girl browser extension. Now, if you are familiar with the Lofi Girl YouTube channel, it's a huge YouTube channel that is partly responsible for lo-fi being as popular as it is today. Their extension has a Pomodoro timer, a to-do list, sticky notes, and a way to stream music. And one of the things that I personally like about this one is if you're on your computer and you're working on something, they have built-in background sounds that you can listen to, like ocean waves, campfires, birds chirping, all kinds of ambient sounds. You can also combine them with each other, which is a nice touch. The Lofi Girl extension also has a light mode and a dark mode. For the downsides of this, for what it's being used for, I don't really have any. It's fantastic. But if I'm being picky, it would be great if they had a feature in there to where it would rotate through the different ambient sounds. So for people that are sitting at their desk for a long period of time, it would just kind of help your brain not get tired of the sound that you're listening to. Or maybe I just shouldn't sit at my computer for that long. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Screenshot YouTube. This one's also free. If you've ever needed a screenshot from your video to reference in another video and you wanted to get it from YouTube, the previous process is you have to screenshot the whole page, crop it down, or take it into additional software to crop it down. You're gonna get the video player on it and all that stuff, and it's just not that great. With Screenshot YouTube, once you find the frame that you wanna capture, you just hit this button on the player and it's gonna take the screenshot and then ask you where to save it on your computer. It's extremely easy. The best part about this one is that it captures based on your screen resolution settings inside of the YouTube player. So in the previous version where you have to screen capture the entire page and crop things down, it's just gonna take the small size. But if you have your YouTube settings set to 4K, it's gonna capture it at 4K, which is pretty awesome. The only downside that I have with this one is just a visual thing. Since YouTube updated their player, it just doesn't look as good in the current player as it used to, so hopefully they'll update that soon. But really, when it comes to getting the job done, it's fine exactly how it is. Now there's also some really amazing paid extensions like NextLev, vidIQ, TubeSpanner, ViewStats, and 1 of 10 that are also really helpful for creators. So if you're looking for more advanced things, I'll put those links in the description for you as well. And to see more YouTube tools that can help you in a bunch of different ways, click into this playlist right here and I'll see you in another video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.